Hello, I got something came through today, which I'm pretty chuffed about, or slightly amazed at, is the batteries. I was saying in another video I wasn't really expecting these, or half expecting these not to come in. So the 555060's 2500 milliamp hour, probably more likely 2000 milliamp hours. They've arrived. I mean, I was trying to figure out how they got it into the country, and I got no idea. I suppose I don't really care, but I just can't tell. They probably did throw it on a plane, which they're not supposed to, but you know, I got it. So who cares? I decided to go with the magnet wire instead of silicon wire on the Gabosi Picayos, because the silicon wire is too thick. So I've got to wait for that to come in. So it'll be a couple of days, and then I can finish those and do the cartridge mod if it works. I mean, I've never actually had one of these batteries before, so I don't know. I haven't checked the thickness of them. So anyway, onto the something else, which is the tiny Joypad. I've decided to do a bit of a redesign, just minor stuff, and I'll show that in a minute. But I thought, oh, you're never going to be able to focus on. There's no. Oh, there it is. These are sort of programming. These are little doodads. There's a doodad that allows you to program the the tiny Joypad cartridges that I do. So you put that on the doodad, and it converts it into a pretty standard DIP 8 connector. Let me get the while it's sort of focusing on my fingers. Don't do my face. Right, so that's your DIP 8. Now I can pop that in there and reprogram. So, sorry, not very good at displaying that, but basically allow people to reprogram the cartridges if they want to, if they really. I mean, they will be stamped. Come on. God. They will be stamped with a particular game. But you know, if you're desperate to play something else, you can reprogram the cartridges. So I'll change the. I'm gonna add a bit now. Show you some other stuff. This is EasyEDA, which is PCB designing software, a bit of software just through a web page, which is really nice, really easy to use, or relatively easy to use. So this is what I've been doing my stuff in, and there's loads of tutorial videos out there, so I'm not really going to go into the explanations of it. But this is the tiny Joypad, and I wanted to make a couple of changes because there were some minor flaws in it, and not enough to redo it at the time, but I can't honestly, if I'm going to print off some more PCBs, I can't honestly just leave it as it is. So, the main one was the on-off switch, which doesn't protrude enough from the case. I did it, you know, I owned up to that, and that was, I said it was a problem, and you know, it's a pain, you got to get your fingernail in there or a cocktail stick or something. So I've pushed that out 0.6 mil. The component itself is 0.2 mil, a bit further that way. It should be enough to just poke it out of the case a bit more. So that's sorted. The other one was the couple of mounting holes for the joystick, which I'd missed off. There was a get around, it was easy to get around it, but really there's no excuse for not having those on there, so I've put the mounting holes on there. The other one was, there's a hole missing here, a screw hole missing on the, what do you call it, the console, the bottom bit. So just that's purely aesthetic. I mean, it's from a, it worked. I mean, 3 screws will hold the case together because there's not a lot of weight there or anything, but it just aesthetically it just looked wrong, so I've got sorted that out. Oops, don't know why that jumped there. So there's it with the 4 holes, pushed out on-off switch. I've rearranged the resistors just for a bit of uniformity, really. It's just no real reason beyond that. They were a bit higgledy-piggledy before. I was trying to give them. Oh, it doesn't matter. And, so these are a bit more uniform. The layout of the resistors, 4 holes there. The only other changes again are just cosmetic. I've just that had Daniel Champagne's name on it, and I've just put his website on there instead because it's not really his version of it. So I've just put his website. Not that anybody's ever going to see that. That's been changed slightly. Tiny Joypad variant. Just as I said, cosmetic. The last time I did the traces by hand because I wanted. I was under the impression that if you used auto route, you were cheating. But I don't know. I just think nobody's really going to care, so I just went with auto route, and you know, it's sort of quicker, isn't it? And I'm not a professional, so who cares? So the computer basically figured out all the trace routes for me, is what I'm saying. But you know, like I said, who cares? Right. So the other things was the cartridges, which where are the cartridges? Just made some small changes here. So these are the red cartridges. That's what they look like. Pac-Man, Tetris, that's a new one from Andy Jackson. Arkanoid. And then that's going to be the bottom thing is the programming DIP 8 converter. Obviously I put the links to their websites and the credits, Daniel Champagne, Andy Jackson. And then the blue ones, I haven't sorted them out yet, so that's all completely wrong. But the 6th game, as it were, will be Frogger by Andy Jackson, which I do like. I only just found out about it a few months ago, and I really like it. So it's going to be Space Invaders, Tiny Bomber, and Frogger. So that's it. I'm just going to get these finished off today and then sent off for printing, which will take a couple of weeks. So I think I'm looking at about 3 to 4 weeks before I can get them on Tindy. I'm not going to worry about packaging too much and just get them out there. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.